Good morning, guys. I'm sorry I am late with this update, but there's been a lot going on this past week. Just wanted to update you on Chad Daybell's arraignment. You know, he pleaded guilty Wednesday to the murder. I'm sorry, he pleaded not guilty Wednesday to the murder and conspiracy charges he faces in connection with the deaths of his ex-wife and his two. They're not his children, they're his stepkids. They're Lori Vallow's kids. At this hearing, his kids, Garth, Emma, and Seth, they sat right behind him in the courtroom. JJ's grandmother, what is it, Kay Woodstock, she traveled from Louisiana to St. Anthony on the 1 year anniversary of her grandson's Joshua being found buried in Daybell's backyard with his sister Tylee Ryan. The grandmother sat on the first row of the courtroom next to Kobe Ryan, JJ and Tylee's older brother. When Daybell pleaded not guilty to the 8 felony charges, including murder and conspiracy to commit murder, Woodcock, the grandmother, started to cry and grabbed Ryan's hand. She said, I didn't expect it. As with this, it comes over in a wave of emotion, and it just makes it more real. It just seems surreal for a long time. And as you accept it more and more, things just get to be more real, is what she said after the hearing. There were several police officers and detectives and other investigators were in the courtroom, along with the family members, a few members of the community. Ryan says he has spent the past year focusing on positive and trying to remember happy times with his siblings. The normal days, swimming in the summer, hanging out together and laughing. This must be killing this young man. He also went on to say, I was just thinking about the good times we had. That's all we had. That's all we can hold on to and remember. You don't want to have all your memories be bad, and you don't want all your memories about them being gone, he explained. He was talking after the hearing. The next hearing will be held June 23rd to set a trial date for Daybell. The grandmother, Kay Woodstock, is pleased proceedings are finally moving forward in Chad Daybell's case and plans to be there every step of the way. And I would do the same if I was, I don't want to be in her shoes, but I would be the same. She says she's happy that they're moving to the next step. Hard to believe it's 1 year to the day where we found out they were for sure dead, and the police unearthed them in Daybell's backyard. I think he should just give it up. How do you have 2 kids in your backyard and you don't know anything about it? He's a liar. He's really a liar. He knew everything about it. You remember he was indicted, well, we all know this, on murder charges in connection with the deaths of Vallow's 2 kids. I just said that. Also charged with murder in the case of his ex-wife, Tammy, who died in her sleep, which we now know she did not die in her sleep. She was murdered. And then a few weeks later, Chad married Lori Daybell. In May, and if you remember, I stated it, Lori was found, she was declared to be mentally unfit to stand trial. And that was on a concealment of evidence charges. There was a hearing scheduled for June 16, but the prosecutors failed to withdraw a contest on Friday. So she's being committed for 90 days. She would be at the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and she will be evaluated every 90 days. So people think just because she's committed and she's found unfit to stand trial, that she will not stand trial for her crime she's committed. They will be testing her constantly to see when she is fit to stand trial. And they're going to keep doing this. And I hope it doesn't take that long for them to get this show on the road, because this woman deserves to go to prison. And like I said, it could, I don't know about the death penalty, but they need it. In this case, this is definitely needing. too many deaths surrounding these people. Also, during the hearing, his facial expressions were different. When they were reading each charge, and Mina sent me this. She said when Tylee's murder charge was read, he had a slight smirk. When JJ's charge is read, he had a normal frown, a downward frown. Something is different. It's like he killed Tylee, but not JJ. Or Alex or Lori killed JJ. Or did they poison JJ, but shot Tylee? You remember Tylee, her body was so badly burned, they could not decide how she died. But it was ruled murder. So they couldn't tell what happened to her. Again, when we get more updates with this Lori Vallow situation and with Chad. But, I was thinking about his kids. I saw the picture of them sitting behind him in the courtroom. And, you have Lori's son sitting, listening to the charges being read against this man, against his mother, for the murder of his siblings. How can you sit across from Kobe, from JJ's grandmother, from their family members, and sit behind your dad, knowing, well, maybe they don't know. You see, this is maybe there is so much evidence. Now Lori she's going to be charged also in the murder of Charles Vallow. There are charges pending for her on that. How do you not know? And then Melanie, she's being dragged back into court again because she has refused a subpoena. And this is Lori Vallow's niece. And if you know something, if it helps, it's not going to help. No matter what you say right now, it's not going to help. And they're actually making a movie out of this crazy woman. I mean, they make a movie out of everything. I get it. But I hope they stick to the facts. Just stick to the facts. That's all they need to do. I'm just like, this is crazy. This is really crazy, and for some reason, her niece does not want to testify. I'm waiting for more charges to come. I am waiting and waiting and waiting because you cannot tell me her niece was not aware of all this. You can't tell me that. And then, her husband was shot at. You cannot tell me this woman does not know any of this stuff that was going on. She said she tried to get away from it. Now she's a mother, remarried. She's supposedly pregnant again. I am so sorry. You need to stand right beside them. Mark Means, I just told you, he filed a contempt of court against Melanie Gibb because she refused the subpoena. I'm sorry. I think, I hope they're still investigating. I hope that they're looking at everyone that was involved with this psycho. And I'm going to say psycho. I don't think she's mentally ill. There are all these things about cults and everything else. But when I keep going back to that video, and if you guys haven't seen it, when Charles Vallow was talking to the police, telling the police she needs to be committed, telling the police she's trying to kill him. And this man was pleading for help, and now he's dead. So I think all involved should be investigated. I don't care that Melanie, the niece or the friend, the niece especially, she needs to be investigated thoroughly, because you cannot tell me they took shots at your ex-husband and you weren't aware that this was going to take place. You cannot tell me you weren't aware what was going on when you're there all the time. So leave me your comments, guys. Let me know what you think. I appreciate everyone being here and listening. I was going to do a live on this, but I guess I'm going to wait till the trial and, well, see what the trial date is. And we're going to cover this one just like we did with Derek Chauvin's trial. I'm working on an update on Orrin and Orson West. There's really no update, but I just want to bring them back to the forefront again. I will be doing another update on Samuel Olson, and there is nothing new on Tristan Bailey's case right now. And I'm waiting to see about the body that was found in Spring, to see if it turns out to be the young woman that was missing from Spring, which is like 15 minutes down the road from me. I will be updating that as well. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I appreciate all of you. And you guys have a very blessed and productive Saturday. Talk to you later. Bye.